Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Little Nightmares 3. Uh, we're... I don't even remember if this is where we were, if I'm being honest. 6 got taken, by the tall, thin man. So now we're trying to get her back. And we can go through the TVs now. Well, first things first. We need to open this. Because we're going to need to... We're going to need to go over here. Alright, climb up. I think we'll probably finish this in this part. We really have like 2 locations left. But I don't remember how much of this game is actually left. Okay, well, I thought that I had at least a little momentum to be able to, you know. Oh my god. You got, like, caught on the... And this is why, like, I don't want to have to do another part because of shit like this. I really want to get these pieces of shit done, this and Darwin's Paradox, because next week we're going to be starting 2 new games, which are Pragmata and Mouse PI, and I really want to enjoy those. I don't want to have to, like, keep playing these fucking goddamn games. Okay. Alright, there we are. Now we have the remote. Alright, so down here we have this. Actually, can we go through this one? There might be a hat in here. Yeah, there is. I'm not gonna wear this one though. This is a stupid, like, mailman's hat. I don't want to wear that. Half hat. It would be cliche to collect them all. What the fuck does that mean? Why would that be cliche? Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have the flashlight anymore. I only have the remote. Okay, so... Well, how come I can pull that out a little bit, but I can't? How come I can't pull that out any more than that? Yeah, this takes me back to here. And then this is going to take me over here, but I'm supposed to use that cart to jump across, am I not? Yeah, see, I'm supposed to use this cart to jump across, but... Okay, there we go. I guess it's just like stuck. Alright. So there we go, now we gotta do it all again. That's the name of the game. It's not Little Nightmares, it's Little Annoyances. Should just called it repetitious bullshit. Did you die? Well, now you have to repeat this entire thing again. Did you fuck up? Now you have to repeat this entire thing again. Do not fall off of here. I swear to God. There we go. Okay. Alright, we can go... Going out here. Oh, look. Little Shadow Kid as well as a familiar sight. Unladylike. Hello, have we met? We have indeed. Alright, was this just like a fucking Easter egg? Well, here's the problem though. Do I just push this door open? Yeah, okay. So we gotta be careful now. Because these fuckers... Now you can turn the TVs on and off. I don't know if she'll attack me just going through here. But they're attracted to the TVs and shit. So you can turn the TVs on and off to get them to like leave. So for example, there's this TV over here. She will go over to stare at this TV. But I need to use this TV to get through here. But you got to be careful because if you don't have a TV on, and they'll see you and they'll just like attack you. I remember that because I didn't turn that TV on to begin with. And then I turned the other one off, and bitch came after me. You can also do that. Lure them to their doom. Ooh. Alright. We're good. by. All staring at the light on the tower. So now, we would have fell to our death if we did that. And we should. Here we are. Alright, so we have the lever here. So that is going to electrify the water. Alright, sorry about that, guy. I think we're gonna have to run away from these guys eventually. I have to climb in here. Okay, so we have this TV here. We have to use the elevator. Right, we'll push this over here. Slash drag. Okay. So now I believe we want to go back through here again. But we're not going to fall down. I didn't think we were going to fall down there. So then what? It's starting us doing this again? Oh my fucking god. See what I mean by shitty checkpoints? And you have to drag this fucking thing all the way over here again. Yeah, the problem is that the elevator won't move unless you close the door. Okay, so this allows us to get up here like this. Because the problem is that I can't pull this switch. I mean, I can do this. Can do this. So, alright, so we should be able to. Alright. Move through that, and we're good. Oh. Well, I don't really have much room to run here, so... It's just that the dying over and over again is so just annoying. It's like the most annoying shit. And like the depth perception on this is just bad. Oh my god. Can I just like jump off of the toilet onto here? Okay. Well, I need to get that stool. So I need to do that. All right. I need that stool so I can reach this doorknob. Alright. Let's ignore them. Oh, I remember this. I remember this part of this level. Yeah, there's a dryer. There's this TV down here. Okay, so we have this grocery cart. think if I remember, we have to like... Why is it caught? There we go. So, and then we have this area over here that is safe. Isn't this like timed though? Doesn't it come back on? Oh yeah, the TV's off. Oh, that's right. So I have to, that's right, I remember. I have to move the grocery cart over here so that I can jump. So I can jump, to the television. Oh, that's like way too far. There's no way. Well... I mean, I can always move this down, but... Is that doable? Yeah, okay. So that is doable. Alright, so let's go back in here. Turn that back on, we'll go over here. Are you fucking serious? All that for nothing? And let me guess. Let me guess. I have to push the cart all the way back. If I have to push the cart all the way back over again, I'm just done. I'm so fed up. I'm so fucking fed up with this shit. I'm so fucking fed up with this. I hate this fucking game. All because he fucking slipped off the goddamn thing. This shit puts me in a rage. It's just that, like, why is it that it's designed where they don't just have it where this is here, that there's a fucking checkpoint? Just like, it's really not that fucking difficult to make better fucking checkpoints in your shit-ass fucking game. Jesus. I'm not even kidding when I say I'm not gonna fucking play the other ones. I'm not playing 3. I'm not gonna play Reanimal. Like, fuck that. Like, I'm so over this bullshit. This and Darwin's Paradox are both piles of shit. I don't want to fucking play them anymore. Cause it's like I have to move that whole thing over here. I have to then come back. I have to do this whole fucking thing all over again. And then it's like, if I slip off just a tad on that fucking shelf. The problem is that the true enemy of this game is not everything that you're fighting, everything you're running from. It's the camera. The camera is the true enemy of this game. Like, because jumping on here, I just slipped off the edge just a tad, and you have to do the whole fucking thing over again. You have to just go through all the rigmarole all over again. And now I have to do another running section. Because these guys are going to break through here. I mean, some of the running sections aren't too bad when you consider things, but, like, still, the issue lies in the fact that the true enemy of this game is the fucking camera. And the checkpoint system. The checkpoint system and the camera are by far the greatest enemy of this game. Because the checkpoints are just absolute dog shit. Just absolutely some of the shittiest. Okay, enough. I got it. I got it. Come on. So yeah, he'll scan through the holes in the floor. You gotta be careful. And we're dead. See? We're dead. We're dead because the jumping didn't fucking work while I was just jumping straight up in the air. That's why I just plan on finishing these today, because I really don't want to deal with it anymore. And I'm dead. I'm dead all because I got caught on the fucking chair. Why are you not running? I've been holding square the entire time. Well, that was clearly not the best idea. You gonna get up or what? Get the fuck up. Jesus Christ. I'm leaving the remote now. I can't run, I'm being forced to walk. Another great mechanic that I love in games is when they force you to walk. Ooh, do I love that. Isn't that just the best? But he's injured. I don't care. I hate when games are like forced slow. Like, it's just, I mean, you guys know by now, especially when I play everything we play on this channel, when a game is purposefully slow, that is obnoxious. Because it's like, yes, I get it, I understand, we're going, yep. I just don't have the patience to deal with like the forced slowness. So now things are going to get a little interesting. I have the power to stop this guy. It rattles the buildings. I've weakened him. I have literally moved the street forward to the tower. That's the power of Pine Sol. All right, there we are. So the Pale City. Now we're in the signal tower. This is where the Thin Man lives. It's anti-gravity in here. So yeah, the gist of this, I believe, if I remember, is that you're going to have doors where you have to kind of like figure out which door you have to go to get further up type of thing. That's kind of what they're giving you here. I think you have to follow the music. No, wait, maybe you don't follow the music? Because, yeah. Or maybe the idea is that I have to go back through which I came from. Maybe I pushed this door closed. No, it's just gonna open. Because I can't... Because the problem is that this door won't stay closed. Okay, so going through here just repeats. I was pushing that door. This door doesn't open. So they both just... Where the fuck am I supposed to go then? Because even if I push this door closed, it doesn't stay closed, and now it won't move. Okay? So... See, it won't stay closed. This door doesn't open. Oh my god, what the fuck? See, I haven't played this in so long that I don't really remember all that well. Because this door won't stay closed. See, and I'm even fucking pushing on it. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna have to fucking look up a guide. Because I have no clue. So I'm just supposed to go through here over and over again, clearly. So I just keep going through the door in which there's the music. Okay. Get up. Again, the camera... All I did was just move forward. I'm just holding the thumbstick to the left. this one. Not this one. Oh, you know what I was supposed to do? I need to push this over. I didn't do that. Okay. It's 6. Or 6. She just wants her music box. Come on. The problem is that the music box keeps her sedated. And I remember we have to break this. I'm sorry, it's for your own good! Okay, I jumped and he didn't grab. Okay, cool, I have to do this all over again, that's fun. Run! Look, 6, I'm sorry. But this is the way it's gotta get. This is the way it's gotta be, okay? Holy shit. Alright. the f... There we go. Okay, so let me see here. So this leads here. Okay, so I think maybe what I have to do is I have to call her twice. I think I did it right. I just... There we go. See, it's just repetition. Just little repetitious bullshit. Okay, so I have to lure her over here. Oh, I have to grab the axe here. Here we are. I can't spam the call. Okay, get up. Again, little slow pieces of shit. Let's do this again, where he has to slowly pull this out, fall down, get back up. Now, if I remember rightly, we're going to have to do another running section. Yeah, 6, we gotta go. Yeah, again, we're gonna be doing this probably 4 or 5 times. Oh, I have to ride that piece forward. That's right. Never mind. I did it right the first time. I actually did it right the first time. I just didn't notice because I was trying to quickly get over it. You gotta let me go. And there she goes. I've fallen into the goo. So the twist of this game is here. the boy was the thin man the entire time. Time is an illusion. As he sits trapped in his cell waiting for the younger version of him to open the door so he can be free. And the cycle just repeats itself. This, for me, I think was like the cool twist for this game, was finding out that Mono was the thin man the whole time. And of course, 6 leaves and she goes on to being in the Maw. I always thought that ending was really cool. I always thought that like twist was pretty cool. God, this game is so fucking annoying. I wonder, you know, like, I have to see, like, if the third game's checkpoints are any better, because if they aren't, I'm not playing it. I don't own it, and I'm not gonna I'm not buying it to, I'm not gonna spend, like, $40 fucking to buy a game that annoys me. Well, now that this shit is out of the way, I need to finish up Darwin's Paradox, of course. If you want to go watch me get enraged on that, feel free. Because I thought that game was going to be like a fun, like, side-scroller type game. No, it's not. It is a frustrating movement puzzle based, like, timing puzzles. Like, it sucks. The puzzles are shit. But, coming up next week, because I'm probably going to finish Darwin's Paradox today or on Tuesday, but coming up on, I think it should be Thursday or Friday, starting next week, we'll have Pragmata and Mouse PI will be starting, and we'll be playing that into the end of the month. We're also going to have Saros, which we're going to do a Once Upon a Stream in. That game's going to be hard as a motherfucker, but I'm here for it because I loved Returnal, and I'm very excited to see, like, because I haven't, obviously, like, I've kind of avoided, I mean, I've seen some gameplay, but I've kind of avoided watching, like, extended things of gameplay on it. But I'm excited to get it because I'm wanting to see, like, kind of like what new mechanics they've really kind of put into you know, the formula of what they did with Returnal. Because I know that one of the things is that you kind of like respawn a lot quicker from death. So I'm looking forward. At least that's what I've heard. So I'm looking forward to giving that a go because Returnal was such a fun surprise for me. It's like it's a bullet hell and it's hard as hell, right? Like the game is so fucking hard. But it's just if you ever, here's the thing. If you have never played roguelites or roguelikes, right? And I always say that like games like Gungeon, Isaac, Returnal, they're all lights, roguelites, they're not roguelikes. And I always have to tell people there's a difference between a Souls light and a Souls like, right? Like Stellar Blade is a Souls light, right? But First Berserker Kazan is a Souls like, right? There is a difference. And by the way, speaking of Kazan, please go play that game. The development team got dissolved. We will never see a sequel to that game. Fucking Nexon, I think it was Nexon that dissolved Meeple. And they shifted all of them to other projects. We're never going to see a sequel to First Berserker Kazan, despite that game being received very well. And even Nexon acknowledged that it was it was received very well. But apparently, it just probably didn't sell enough for them, so the game got fucked. Go play First Berserker Kazan. It was my game of the year last year. Over Ghost of Yotei, I know, sounds wild, but it's true. So if you've ever played a roguelite, right? Like Isaac, like Gungeon, you know that even though these games are hard, they have an addiction factor to them, because it's not unlike the repetition in this piece of shit, right? The repetition in those games is fun because the idea is to try to get like the run, right? Everybody knows, if you play Isaac, you know what I mean by that. You know what I mean by the run, where you basically mishmash the shit that you have together to just form like this like perfect fuck you version of yourself, where you just steamroll everything in your fucking path. That's the idea with like games, you know, like Isaac and Gungeon and Rogue Legacy. That's another good example, where you're just like you just get the weapons. Like with Rogue Legacy, it's like you get the weapons necessary and just like the upgrades necessary to just be like steamrolling through enemies. You're just like with Isaac, it's the same kind of concept, but instead of like but that's like picking room by room, or like, well, floor by floor. And the idea of doing that, meshing those together to get this like perfect is and it works that way with Returnal too, where you're like getting the kind of gun you want, and like getting the, you know, you're like weighing the options of like, do I take this parasite versus this, like, you know, and then you're getting yourself to a point, right, where you're slowly but surely building yourself up so that you can just go into the boss and just nail that motherfucker to the ground. You know, like there's an addiction factor to that, which is kind of one of the reasons why I stopped playing like Gungeon and because those are actually, for me, highly addictive. I used to play Isaac so much and just like sit and fucking just drone on. Like, I'm not even kidding. You do not want to know how many hours I put into Isaac on the Vita, on the PS Vita, when I had it on the Vita. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. But yeah, so we're gonna have Saros. We're gonna do a big, probably like 4-hour extravaganza on that bitch, just to really, I really want to give it like a big video like we did with like Metal Gear. But yeah, so Pragmata is gonna be a full playthrough. Mouse PI, I think that's gonna be a full playthrough as well. I'm hoping so anyway. I'm hoping I'm gonna like it. I think I probably will. And then Saros at the end of the month is going to be a Once Upon a Stream. We're going to be going into May. And then in May, I do want to say this. In May, we are going to be, and I will talk about this at the end of Darwin's Paradox as well. I will talk about this during Pragmata and all the others. In May, one of the things we're going to do is, once we wrap up Mouse PI and get probably close to wrapping up Pragmata, here's what we're going to actually do. May, I have a trip that I need to take at the end of the month of May. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I will be, however, trying to hopefully record ahead of time and bank some videos, but we're not going to be starting. There's going to be a couple things coming out in May that we're going to be playing, but Resident Evil is going to be a big focus for me in May, because I realize that there are quite a few Resident Evil games that I have not actually gone down and played yet, that have not been on the channel. We did start the original Resident Evil. We did start Remake. However, the reason I never ended up playing, it's been a year basically since I played it. I'm actually just going to restart it. I'm actually going to delete the first part. We're going to start fresh. We're going to restart Remake, and we're just going to play it all the way fucking through. And the reason is because I don't really like Remake. A lot of people say it's like the best game in the series. I really don't like Remake. Even the like updated controlled version. The issue is that I just don't like the old Resident Evil formula anymore. And it's not because I'm not a fan. It's just that growing up, that's what I had, right? And then once Resident Evil 4 came around, I was able to see Resident Evil evolve, and I like the over-the-shoulder stuff. I like the remakes of 2 and 3 and 4. I'll even say I like 4 still, the original version of 4. So for me, I find the old formula of Resident Evil not as fun anymore. And for me, since games have evolved, I prefer the newer models, right? Like I prefer the more advanced, better game engine, better all that. So for me, I find the original Resident Evil remake kind of aggravating because, well, one, because of Crimson Heads. But we're going to be doing a lot with Resident Evil coming up in the month of May. The first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing Remake, of course. We're going to be doing Resident Evil 1 Remake, and we're going to be finishing that. But I also have both the original Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. And we're going to play those as well. Because I actually still, even though I don't really like the old formula anymore, I still love the original Resident Evil 2. I used to speed run that motherfucker. I have not played Resident Evil 2 original in probably like a decade, maybe a little bit more. I own them still on the GameCube. I still have all my GameCube versions of Resident Evil. Resident Evil 0, 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica, 4. I still have all of my original GameCube Resident Evils because they used to be exclusive to the GameCube for the most part. So, well, at least Resident Evil 2 and 3 and Remake and 0, they were all exclusive to the GameCube. Code Veronica came out on the PS2, so did 4 eventually. But we're going to do 2 and 3 original as well. We're also going to be doing Code Veronica original because apparently the idea is that Code Veronica Remake is probably right around the corner. So we're going to be doing the original Code Veronica as well, but we're also going to be doing Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. And guess what? I've never played Revelations 2. I've owned it for a very long time, never played it. Never. I don't know why. I think it might have been because I didn't really like Revelations 1 all that much. But all of those, we're going to start doing all those as well. Because the Resident Evil series is incomplete on my channel, right? I want to do the original version of 2 and 3. I want to do, Code Veronica and Revelations 1 and 2 and Remake. And at that point, I think pretty much we're done because I can't do Outbreak because Outbreak isn't available on anything except for like PC. I do own Outbreak, by the way. I have a PS2 still, and I actually bought Outbreak and Outbreak File 2. And those games, brother, if you've never played Outbreak and Outbreak File 2, those games are stressful. Those are some stressful. If you think that like Remake can be stressful, bro, you have no idea. If you've never played Outbreak, woo! That's stress in a bottle, baby. They literally put in a like infection meter. Like, oh, you've been bitten, now you're infected, and watch it count up at all times. Yeah, stress. So we're gonna have a lot of Resident Evil coming. I really want to like dive back in. I want to do Remake first because I think that, in all honesty, like that is the one that I kind of want to get out of the way. And then we're going to do 2 and 3, which are going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Even though, like, the controls are going to be a little frustrating, it's going to be fun. Because those games, you're going to get to... If you've never seen the original 3, and there are people who have not played these, there's a lot of content that wasn't in the remake. So, yeah. But it's a great game. Gorgeous visuals for its time. Code Veronica, probably, I think, the hardest Resident Evil that's ever been released. I think that's probably the hardest one. That game is hard AF, and it's going to be... Oh, I'm not looking forward to that, because even though Code Veronica is a good story, its gameplay is shit. So yeah. But a lot of Resident Evil coming up. Seros, Pragmata, Mouse PI, all that's going to be coming up. And hopefully we're going to be banking a lot of Resident... I'm going to try to bank a lot of Resident Evil. Some of these, like Resident Evil 2 and 3, they're not going to be really long. Resident Evil 2 might only be like 2 or 3 videos, if we're being honest. And that's you know, generous, because I could probably still speedrun Resident Evil 2. Play it in like an hour. So I'm not going to speedrun. We're going to take our time and have fun with it. I haven't played it in a long time. So... But thank you all for joining me for this pile of shit. Don't expect Little Nightmares 3 or Returnal anytime soon. That's all I gotta say about that. Also, Darwin's Paradox, if you want to go see me get even more angry, go watch that. Because that game is not fun to play either. So, I'll see you all in the next one. Stay tuned for everything. Goodbye.